Who would you like to fight for a world title?
Um, I mean, really, I don't have anybody particular that I would really care to fight, but obviously MJ, I think he's probably the one I would end up facing for the vacant world title. Once Inoue goes up, I mean, obviously, I would love to fight Inoue. I mean, I
Hmm.
would love to, beat the champ, but at the same time, like I said, it's looking like he's getting ready to go up soon. So once he goes up, then I will hope to get MJ for the vacant WBA title.
There aren't too many fighters that say that they'd love to fight anyway. Maybe they say it and then really kind of the direction is something different. But Fulton was one of those who took on the challenge. There was a couple of fighters in the UK have said the same sort of thing. But why do you feel that you in the ring with anyway there'd be a different outcome? What brings you that confidence from wanting to make that challenge?
Well, I've watched them. I've studied them. I've seen some definitely some things I could exploit. And on top of that, just my pedigree as a fighter. A lot of people, they may not know who I am, or they might not believe in what I say or whatever, and then that's fine. At the end of the day, every champion has to come from somewhere.
Hmm.
So end of the day, I have to um, solidify my stake as a champion. You know, however I have to do that. So if I have to go through him or go through anybody else, I'm not afraid to do so. I've had to overcome challenges my whole expect hard, difficult challenges my whole career. I was never gifted anything in this sport. I took every opportunity that I have to to be here. So even fighting anyway, it would be just another fight to me. He's a great opponent. Don't get me wrong. I would definitely be at my best, and I know I would have to be at my best. But to, even that, like I said, there's things I could exploit, and I would probably be one of the stronger and bigger fighters in the division that he's ever even faced, matching up wise. Obviously, I have a knockout record pretty close to his. I think his knockout percentage is like 91 or 88, I believe. Mine is like 85 or something. So, I mean, we're not too far off, to be honest. And then another thing that kind of sets me apart, I fought earlier in my career, I fought at higher weights.
イライジャ・ピアース選手は21戦19勝、16KO2 敗の選手でスーパーライト級でデビュー戦を戦い、その後はライト級からスーパーバンタム級で試合をしていて、現在、WBA では3位、IBF では11位、WBO では7位にランクインしています。
Because I didn't really have the knowledge of cutting weight and stuff like that. I didn't know the landscape of boxing was on that trajectory. Guys were losing heavy amounts of weight and stuff to fight in lower divisions and all that. I never knew about that. So, I was late. I was very late to the dance with that. So I used to walk around. I pretty much fought at my natural weight. I would walk around about 142, 141, and I would fight at 135, and 130, so I'm going against guys who had a strength advantage over me, all of that. And I still was knocking guys out even then. I didn't have my first loss until I fought Giovanni Cabrera.
ジョバンニ・カブレラ選手は24戦22勝、7KO2 敗の戦績を持つ選手で、その2敗はイサック・クルス選手と現在ライト級の4団体で1位にランクされているウィリアム・セペダ選手によるものです。
Fought people Cruz or whatever. That was my first loss, and we went the whole fight. It was a great fight. To this day, he's told me that was one of his hardest fights. And like I said, I was a littler guy, and then my second loss came from personal issues, going through a divorce and whatnot. So, I wasn't of sound mind at the time. I stepped in the ring, and I had to pay for it. So, like I said, I'm no stranger to adversities.
Would one of the fights before you get to the world title contention be against Steven Fulton? I saw an interaction between you and him not too far ago, and you seem to call him out. You seem to want it. He kind of said, "Look, don't talk about me. Don't." I don't know if he wanted to meet you there. I guess Elijah. What was the feeling you got from him?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like he was upset for me speaking on him or whatever in an interview I did with Ellie Seckback where
エリー・セックバックとはスポーツレポーターであり、ES ニュースという YouTube チャンネルを設立した方です。
I was asked a question about him, so I just answered the question. But either way, he got offended. So, like I said, that was months ago on social media. And then, when we've seen each other, the first time I seen him, he seen me and he didn't say anything to me. He walked past me. And then he was doing an interview with a Fight Hype.
ファイトハイプは、主にボクシングや総合格闘技に関するニュース、インタビューなどを配信している人気の YouTube チャンネルです。
And then I came to him and I was right behind the camera and I was just waiting for him to finish his interview because I wasn't going to be rude or disrespectful. I was just going to, approach him, off to the side and privately and just talk to him about it. But, he wanted to make a spectacle of it. He called me up during the interview and then we had the back and forth. And I wasn't concerned about the interaction we had. I wanted to fight him. At the end of the day, all the little reaction that we had against whatever that was, to me, that was irrelevant to anything. Okay, you was mad at that I spoke to you about an interview, whatever. Ellie Seckback asked what I think would happen if you went in a rematch. And I think he would knock his ass out again, to be honest. I don't think Steven Fon does well with power punches. So, and then he asked me how he think I would fare with Inoue, and I said Inoue would respect me because I'm not Steven Fon. I actually have power and a resume to back it up. So, like I said, he got offended by that, and I asked him 3 times if he would like to fight, and to no avail. He kind of just dismissed it. He didn't even answer the question. He just kind of kept trying to act as if he's too big to fight me or whatever, or he's too known or whatever, or he's too big of a challenge for me, which was crazy to me considering your last fight, you literally got knocked the hell out pretty embarrassingly. You didn't even probably win a round against a smaller guy, but I don't know. So either way, like I'm hoping that once I become champion at 122 pounds, then I'm probably going to go up right after. So once I do that, I would like for him to be my first fight at 126 pounds. That's a fight I definitely want. I definitely think I'll win that fight by a large margin. Definitely by knockout. I don't think he'll be able to handle my aggressiveness or handle my power. And yeah, like I said, I just don't like guys who are disrespectful in regards to me when they don't even know me or try to even be an adult about the situation. Because I feel like that was a situation that could have easily been talked over very fairly quickly. Like it wasn't really that deep, but he made it that deep. So that's where we're at now. So now I want all the smoke with him. I want to fight him, and I'm going to beat him, and I'm going to destroy him. Definitely Crawford for sure. Yeah, I think Crawford is too versatile, and right now he's definitely shown himself to be